Welcome. In front of me is a REALME GT8 Pro, and today I'll show you how you can record screen on this phone. So, to get started, you will want to swipe down from the top right side of your screen, which will bring down your toggles. And in here we're looking for the screen recorder. Let's see how long it takes me to actually find it, and it looks like it's on the second page right over here. Now, if you don't see this toggle anywhere, you can actually add it by clicking on this pencil. And we're going to select plus right here. And you can see now we have all the toggles visible. So any one of them that is a little bit brighter compared to the other ones, those are the ones that are not added. So when you find obviously the screen recorder, you just tap on it, you can see it gets added, and from here click on done, and you can see we now have additional toggle added. Anyway, once you see it first time around in this panel, you want to hold it, and we can select more settings, and this will take you obviously to the settings. Now in here I recommend going straight to the definition, which is abominably low, being set to medium at 8 megabits at 720p. This isn't the start of 2000s, so let's adjust that to high at least, or custom, which allows us to set, well, basically high settings. Okay, well, so it's still abominably shitty right here, but I guess high or custom at max is the same thing, so it doesn't really matter. This is anyways what you would probably want to set anyway. You could technically push the bitrate a little bit higher, from 16 to maybe 24, to have a bit more crisp image, but 16 should be good enough. Though for a device like this, with a Snapdragon 8 Gen 5, good enough is not what I consider acceptable. I want the effing best. Come on. Anyway, unfortunately, the effing best right here is not a possibility, so we need to settle, apparently. So, anyway, below that we have frame rate. And here I recommend changing it to 60. Again, we have a couple options. We have 60, 30, and then dynamic automatically adjusts the frame rate up to 144 Hertz. You can utilize this if you want to. I don't know how well this actually works and like how the variable refresh rate will be recorded, to be completely honest. But in general, if you're planning to record something that you're going to be posting to YouTube, you can just stick to 60. This is what YouTube caps at anyway, so anything above that is just lost. And in general, 60 is basically the sweet spot. So that's what I'm going to be selecting. And we have some other things in here that I can just go through, customize them. But these that I talked about were almost the most important options. One last thing that I want to talk about is the sound right here, which I believe will show up again when we try to record, but it's the options for you to record system and microphone sounds. And you can toggle both of them, only one or none, however you like. So anyway, let's close this up. Let's find the toggle now and simply tap on it. First time around, when you try to record, it gets you the little allow page to allow screen recorder to record audio. We're going to select while using the app and get started. And like I said, we have the sound settings here as well. Now these will show up every single time you try to record. Click on start recording, and you can see it's now actually recording. Now from here, I'm going to open up the first best thing that comes to, that just kind of shows up right here, which is Netflix. Hey, you abominable garbage. Let's go. Seriously, I don't have internet connection? Okay. So, I'm going to just do this, pause, move it off the screen, and I will obviously not miss an opportunity to completely take a steaming pile of shit all over Netflix. So let's just sign into a network. Perfect, we're now signed in. So we can resume. There we go. And look at that, I can now get into Netflix. Now, you can see we have content visible right here. You can scroll through it. I also want to point out that I do have this little dot under my finger, which you can kind of barely see. Trying to kind of showcase this somehow. You can see this dot following my finger. This like white one right here when I move. So this is I'm pointing that out because this won't be actually visible, which is basically one of the features of screen recording that we have turned on. Also, I am not signed in, therefore this shouldn't really affect me. I don't actually own even the account, so I have never agreed to some terms of service or use of Netflix. I didn't even install this application. It comes preloaded with this garbage phone. Well, the phone isn't garbage, but the fact that it comes with bloatware like this piece of shit automatically makes this abominable. So I'm gonna get rid of this. Netflix belongs in the trash, so that's why we'll put it right away. Anyway, once you're done, you can interact with this overlay, click on the square to stop it, and this automatically saves it to your photos as it's mentioned. So let's find photos. Can you just like piss off? There we go. Now, in this Photos application, let me check if there's a different one. Oh, we do have the other photos. So, you know what, I'm going to use this one. The reason I'm going to be using this one is because this has a little bit of a different kind of organization of photos, and you can see screen recordings are visible right here. Additionally, if we navigate to albums, we can navigate to screenshots, and screenshots also contain screen recordings. I find it that most third-party gallery applications are better than the default Google one. So anyway, we can just view it from here, and it's already playing. So the reason I picked on Netflix and picked it is because or at least phones have this feature to basically protect the privacy and security of the user. Now, you have abominable dog shit like Netflix that uses this to not protect you, but actually, in my opinion, do the exact opposite of it. It's your phone. You should have full control over it, what is being done to it. Now, I don't own an account. I never gave permission, nor did this piece of shit ever ask me for permission to do whatever it wants. So, because it doesn't give two shits about my personal property, why should I give two fucks about it? So, for people that actually want to get something that is cheaper, basically free, to Netflix, I recommend checking out CloudStream, like this one right here. Let's open it up, and you can see we have a bunch of crap right here. And once you add a repository, which I'm using SoraStream Lite, or just SoraStream, you can see when we start scrolling down, we have basically Netflix shows right here, Amazon shows, Disney shows, Hulu shows, Apple TV, HBO, Paramount, Peacock, and so on. And it might not work perfectly, but if you're going to try to open it up a couple times, it's finally going to load it, and it works much better than Netflix just because it's free. And also, it doesn't prevent me from doing what I want with my device without my permission. That last part is the reason why I'm showing this, because I just hate shit like this that just kind of decides to ignore that this is my phone and treats it as its own property. Just because it came pre-installed on the phone doesn't excuse its creepy behavior right here. So just delete this piece of shit and substitute it with something else. And as you've seen right here throughout the video, what you get is just a straight up black screen. Not even the little finger input was visible on here. So just to give you also an alternative why this feature even exists for privacy and security when this clearly isn't such a case, is for instance when you're using something like a bank application. When you open up a bank application and you would have some kind of malware on your phone that would basically be able to see the screen, similar to how Screen Recorder does this, when you're putting in your PINs to your bank, obviously they could see that. Bank applications use this, so obviously in such a case this wouldn't work, they can't see it, and that's good for you, for your privacy and security, obviously. So in such a cases, obviously this is a very beneficial feature, but in cases like Netflix, it's most certainly not. So anyway, I hope you found this video helpful, and if you did, don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and thanks for watching.